Chapter 8 from the Freight Broker Millionaire Mindset. Do whatever it takes. There are many excesses people give for being late, including excuses. It is one of the classic jokes comedians like to tell. What you might not realize is that every time you're late and come up with some excuse for it, other people resent you. Whenever you are late, deep down inside, most people think you feel your time is more valuable than theirs and your plans are more important. It is easy to see how this can kill any chance you might have had of building a successful relationship at a personal and professional level with that individual or group. Being late is one of the most common reasons why people feel someone is not deserving of their trust and respect. Although you might believe that being late is just how you are and you can't help it, there's no denying that being late is a choice. You let yourself be late. The most successful people in all areas of life value time and punctuality above all else. They get started earlier, plan, and always plan to arrive ahead of time. Many successful people feel like they would rather be 10 minutes early than 5 minutes late. They arrive early and make no plans to get things done while they wait if they do arrive early. Successful people who value punctuality are much less stressed and therefore tend to be more insightful, creative, decisive, and involved. Success has to start anew every day. And ensuring that punctuality remains a key focus for you is a great way to accomplish this. Most successful entrepreneurs are risk takers both in life and in business. They understand that to succeed, they have to take steps that are potentially life-altering too, to reap huge rewards. But don't think they are foolish enough to gamble everything away by taking dangerous risks. What they do is take calculated and planned risks that won't put their business in jeopardy and could help them make a ton of money in the process. A bad risk sometimes results from thoughtlessness and impulsive actions. These usually end up making you lose money instead of the opposite. An example of a bad risk is doing an illegal thing just to save more money or cutting corners that could potentially endanger other people's lives just to make a bigger profit. Calculated and planned risk, on the other hand, are risks that need careful analysis and planning. When you take calculated risk, you would normally require some background information, historical data, and statistical analysis before you make your next move. These kinds of information will give you an insight into people's buying patterns, potential gains and losses, and profit projections to help you make your decision. When you take a calculated risk, remember to strike a balance between everyday work and risk that you are taking. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. In this case, don't put all your money on going after a risky venture. Instead, maintain the parts of your business that are making a profit while taking calculated risks to move your company forward. Don't go for every opportunity that presents itself to you. Study each one carefully before making a decision. You don't want to be in over your head in debt because you tried to grab all the opportunities at the same time. Evaluate which ones are worth doing now, which ones can be done later. One of the riskiest parts of doing a business is expanding operations. There are so many factors that can affect expansion, and companies are sometimes hesitant to do it. One such factor could be that the surge of demand for your product may wane quickly before you even get a chance to finish expansion. It is risky because you might not be able to sustain the cost that you can incur with maintaining this expansion and end up losing more. To make a calculated risk regarding expansion, companies would study, take customer surveys, and rely on statistical data to back up the need for expansion. Another risky venture is developing a new product. To grow your company, you must be willing to adapt to the changing world. A new product is sometimes needed to increase sales and interest in your company. It is risky because a new product might not be as well received as your other products. If this happens, you would not have expended a lot of time, money, and effort on something that people didn't pick up on. But you still do it because as an entrepreneur, this is one of the best ways to move your company forward. To make a calculated risk of creating a new product, you must take on a market research and be ready for feedback that's both positive and negative. Positive feedback will let you know which ones you're doing right, and negative feedback will help you fix what you did wrong. Either way, you get valuable information. Some people will discourage you from taking that risk. Some of them have good intentions and are just afraid that you might fail. Others are just manipulative because they want the opportunity for themselves. When faced with advice from other people, try to listen to what your gut's telling you. Your intuition will warn you if there's a danger, so you should always listen to it. Meditate and be silent as you listen to what your inner self is telling you before you make your decision. Sometimes the best advice comes from within you. Risk will always be a part of life. To make huge gains, you must be willing to take calculated and planned risk. Don't be afraid to take a leap that makes sure you have the data, resources, and strength to face what lies ahead. You might not always get what you plan, but you will never be a success if you didn't try at all. Take a risk, but be smart about it. Decide it based on valid supporting data and not just on impulse. Trust your gut, trust your team, and trust yourself to make the right move towards success. A case study. Jack firmly believed that the internet is the future, but the reality was not that simple. Among his friends, there were nobody who had ever heard about the internet before, so it was very difficult for them to join his new startup. Even understanding the internet was a mission impossible thing, but Jack had something others they did not have. He jokingly talks about his desire to teach in Harvard because his application had been turned down 10 times. It was the same tune for his early working years. He was rejected from 30 jobs. A famous anecdote narrates how he was the only one of 24 manager applicants to KFC in China, and only 1 out of 5 police officers to be rejected. He was even told, "You're no good." Jack has dreams, insights, and power of execution on what he dreamed of. The first secret: invest on your dream. Jack did not believe his belief internet would come soon to China, but May 9, 1995, Jack and Zhang Ying, his wife and friends, gathered 10,000 yuan, about $18,000 US dollars, to build a website named HongWeiChinaPages.com. HongWei's main business is to translate corporate data into English and send it to Sam's company, VBN, in the United States to build their English homepage. But the situation was tough. In China, even the word internet was still unfamiliar. The local company did not know how to read their data on the web page. There was still suspicion on the possibilities of internet business in China. Jack encouraged his colleagues, quoting Bill Gates' speech, who were also very famous in China. In conclusion, the final word of advice successful people often give to others is to take it easy on yourself. It is all well and good, committed and motivated to be successful, but this should not come from working yourself into the ground and making yourself miserable. Success is something to be enjoyed. It is a life full of ups and downs, and so make sure you aren't too hard on yourself when mistakes happen. And you keep the picture we choose to do today in and out affects how you will become and what we can do with our lives. Some parts of the plan to success happen quickly. Others take time and patience. As we progress along our road to success, we must always be on the lookout for opportunities and remember that trade-offs will be required. We define success for ourselves, so make your own goals, follow your own path to success, and grab a hold and hang on tight. This is Dr. Cameron Todd, signing off with the final chapter of the Freight Broker Millionaire Mindset. Make it a great day.